All right. First time doing this. First one of these. Probably gonna do these probably like once a week. So I'm gonna start vlogging giving updates and vlogging my progress in my screenwriting journey. Yeah, it'd be interesting just to see, like, looking back. This is just for myself. It's really not for anybody else. But I'm gonna post this on the YouTube channel. It'll be up there, and it'll just be interesting to reflect back 5 years, maybe even 10 years from now, to see, if what my trajectory was, if I achieved my goals, what did I do, and this might also keep me a little motivated because I have to come back every week to report, whatever progress I made in terms of trying to land in the industry. All right, so first one of these, guess I can start where I'm at right now. So I have 2 scripts at the moment. One script I've been working on for about 1 to 2 years. It's a pilot. Pilot that's come from a concept that I've been working on probably longer, since undergrad. It's been really hard trying to get that off the ground. This screenwriting journey is tough. It's really tough. Just when you think or you think you have a handle on it, or you think you're good, or you think that your work is good enough, you hit a wall. And I think I've hit kind of like a wall. And it's weird too, because I started off like entering into competitions, placing semifinalists, quarterfinalists, in some pretty good competitions, and then I submit to feedback notes, I make changes, I take some interesting risks and boundaries, and I kind of get like the opposite. I don't even place in any fellowship I enter or competition, at least not this year. I guess, I'm thinking that's what it's like for the majority of screenwriters trying to make it in this industry. You're gonna get a ton of rejection, a ton of no's, a ton of different advice and angles, and I guess what just makes it a little harder is the fact that just there's a cottage industry outside of the screenwriting industry that in some ways does take advantage of aspiring screenwriters, but there's just a lot of bullshit out there, like screenwriting coaches, classes, people trying to sell you how to properly write, or there's a formula, or this and that. Even certain screenwriting competitions, you have to do a lot of research and just feedback and coverage. You have to be specific about that. I've had some terrible readers. I can honestly tell that they kind of rush through. And then competitions, like, it's really hard. It's really tough, especially when you have no connections. So I'm at that point where I'm at the wall. I know I can write screenplays competently. Even in feedback, my technical know-abouts about how to structure and write screenplay, format, wording, it's there. I know if I can write that at a professional level. It's just trying to hone my voice and trying to get across what I'm trying to say with my work, and my themes. I feel like I got to work more on that, being more clear. And then again, thought I did that with my last screenplay. My last screenplay was a fantasy pilot, kind of unique and different. It's called The Void. I had some initial success with competitions early on, made some changes, and no success. So I'm at that wall. I've done 12 drafts of it, and it's just weird. I've written it every different way. I've changed so many characters, so many things. It's a really ambitious concepts, so I understand. And the subject material, especially my last draft, is very controversial. Even it's kind of politically controversial too. I'm not going to talk like in detail about it in this vlog, but maybe in another vlog I'll go into more detail about that project. But yeah, my goal is to try to place high enough in these competitions to maybe get agent or manager notice, open up an opportunity to network. I would really love to place in a fellowship, or to be in a fellowship. That's literally my number one goal. I have huge aspirations, but I understand how long this and how arduous this journey can be. Initially, I thought I want to be a showrunner off jump. I have this amazing TV show. You have to buy in all this and that. But now, I mean, it'd be a blessing just to get paid to write for a TV show, have a killer sample, network, meet the right people, get staffed. That would be the dream come true. Build my way up from there. Now, I don't even want to be a show. Well, I won't say I don't want to be a showrunner. If it's my work, like if somebody really loved The Void, and wanted to pick it up, I would definitely want to be at least an EP, because I'm the creator of the show. But showrunner, now that I know just the plethora of things that they have to juggle and handle, it's far more. It extends far beyond the writer's room, and it's just a lot. So maybe someday they're definitely not going to shy away from it. If I believe I'm skilled enough to do it, I definitely will. But nah, the goal right now is to get staff within the next year or two. I'm going to make a hard push. It's tough when I face so much rejection, with the projects that I have. It's tough to get motivated sometimes. I don't think I've written in about 1 or 2 months, and then I'm dealing with some family tragedy that's really getting to me. So also moved to a new place, juggling a lot, trying to find a job to support me while I'm in this screenwriting endeavor. So it's a lot juggling right now. But my goal this year is to make valuable connections. Even though facing rejection, getting that no, not placing in anything, when you feel like you definitely are skilled enough to do that, I'm still going to try to enter some upcoming festivals and competitions. I'm going to start writing this weekend. I got a lot of free time this weekend, so I'm gonna definitely get back to writing. 12 drafts is a lot. I wasn't confident so here's the thing. I wasn't even confident in the draft that I entered into the 2 competitions that I did. But I was shocked they didn't place quarterfinalists, because previous iterations of that project made semifinalists, and I feel like the current draft is far beyond what that draft was in technicality and in voice. But I don't know. Yeah, so there's 2 competitions coming up. One of them is Austin Film Festival. Despite the controversy they had last year, it's still a reputable festival that I have to enter. Not only am I going to enter, but I'm going to step out my comfort zone this year, because I really want to push. It's not like now or never, but I have to get very serious about this. I'm reading scripts. Well, not this past month or 2. I kind of took a break from screenwriting because rejection can be kind of tough. But where was I? Lost my train of thought. I be doing this a lot. I'm probably gonna cut this part out, skip. But entering contest. Yeah, I'm going to be entering Austin Film Festival. What else? Yeah, so I have two screenplays. that I'm going to enter to the Austin Film Festival. The Void, I'm going to do another push on that. I have another draft, another series, another set of notes from my feedback. Although my feedback wasn't the best, it let me know which spots I wasn't hitting. Feedback is very weird. The best feedback, in my opinion, is probably conversational, like when you actually sit down one-on-one with somebody. I don't know. It's certain feedback is great, and then certain feedback it's not good. It's not actionable. It's not moving anything forward. It's just what you don't like about a certain project and not even telling you why. I've gotten that a lot. Even with good notes. Still not much actionable advice there, or like why this is working. It's just, oh, this is working, and like this and that. I feel like if there was a back and forth, a repertoire similar, maybe like that's why writers don't work so well, because there's that back and forth you build and you bounce off. You can solve problems much more efficiently like that. Whereas I'm just by myself, I have to interpret my feedback. It's already 11 minutes. Definitely gotta edit this. Yeah, so I'm gonna enter the Void again one last time. Y'all, when I tell you I've poured my heart and soul to this project, I really have. It originally started off as I forgot what it started off as, but I came up with the idea in undergrad in 2016. Try to enter it for a short film pitch competition. Missed the deadline, but continued to work on it. And I felt like I had something very unique. At least visually and concept driven. Went to SCAD. My goal was to shoot a proof of concept for it. That failed miserably. Like, you don't even know. Tried to do it twice. The first time it wasn't a problem with production per se. It was just more of a personnel issue, and just things weren't working out with our crew and stuff. And that fell through, unfortunately. And then the second time, I tried to power it all by myself, which was stupid, with barely any producers. Or I think I was the only producer, and I maybe had like an associate producer, but that shit was fucking terrible. It was so terrible. I didn't even share the footage with anybody. But this project, I've been putting my heart and soul, because my vision for this project, it'd be the next big thing. It'd be Game of Thrones level. Those are my ambitions for this project, and I know we can get there, even with the rejection, even with the no's. I can kind of see it. I know it's flawed, but I see the end of the tunnel. I know what this project can be. It sucks when you're the only one that can see that at the moment, but it is also, the onus is on me to make sure other people can see that. So I have to make my corrections, improve. It's tough, but hey, got to do it. So I'll be working on the Void first, trying to polish it up with these new corrections. Gonna switch things around, get it ready for Austin. I'm probably gonna submit it in May. The festival's in October, so I'm probably gonna buy the conference badge by May. And then I'm gonna enter another pilot called Black Magic, which is a very new pilot I've been working on. Also the fantasy element. That's kind of my bread and butter. I love fantasy, especially urban fantasy, just mixing up genres and stuff. So that one deals with African voodoo, and it's a mixture of things. I would say it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say American Horror Story meets Euphoria, but if I had to be comparable, if I needed a comp for that, I guess that would be it. Maybe even, I'm also a big anime person, so Fullmetal Alchemist, I'm getting some inspiration from that too. It deals with magic, it deals with teenage drama, family issues, a lot of themes. So I'll be working on that, trying to get that ready within the next month or two. I have a first draft for that. I try to submit, because I forced that submissions with the Void last year for Warner Brothers Fellowship. I didn't get it. I can kind of see why. The Void draft, I don't think it was that good. And then especially, like, I've just read that, like, lesson learned: never submit a first to third draft of a new project you've been working on to a fellowship. If I could, I would definitely take that back. Because once it's out there, people can read it and people get a certain impression of it. Just don't send stuff out that's not ready. I would at least put it through 5 drafts. I mean, every person is different, the situation is different, but I think I'm gonna end this vlog right here. What's today's date? It is the 23rd, Saturday. I'm gonna do these once a week. So by next week, I'm gonna tell you my progress in polishing up that 13th draft of The Void, certain changes I made. So next week, I'll go into detail about The Void pilot itself, where the last draft was. I'll do where I started, where the last draft was, and what changes I'm willing to make, so I can make sure this draft connects with the reader as much as possible. I'm gonna get back into reading a lot more, probably 1 to 2 scripts a day. Got to get back to watching television too. I've been asleep on some shows. I got to catch up with the Marvel shit. I got to catch up with HBO shows. That's the goal. That's the end goal, to get a show on HBO or to be in their catalog. HBO is the gold standard in my opinion for television. Always has been, always will be. Yeah, just trying to make my mark. So next week I'll probably also come with updates on other festivals or competitions that I'm going to try to enter, and other avenues I'm going to try to pursue. So yeah, that's all I got for this week. Hopefully, if things are smooth, like my writing, like if I had a writer's block, I could be stuck on a one scene that it just has a wrong feeling in your gut. I could sit on that scene for weeks. Or if I had that eureka moment, I can have that scene out in a few days, and I can already be working on another part of that script or even black magic. So 2 scripts in the works: The Void and Black Magic. I got to do a lot of work I'm gonna do a whole bunch of reworking for Black Magic. I don't know if I'm gonna get feedback on it. I might just do feedback from Austin, but in terms of going to other feedback resources, I'm not gonna name anything for that. I'm just gonna. Some of them have been good, some of them have been bad. Like, I'm not saying I hate feedback because I get bad feedback. I actually get great feedback, and I get both. But some of the good feedback hasn't been like. I don't care if you tear the project to shreds. I just want actionable advice, and I can pick up on when notes aren't actionable. It's just useless, and I feel like that's where I feel like I'm getting taken advantage of, or my money isn't being well spent. Because us screamers, we spend a shit ton of money. I didn't think at first, but you have to find ways to advance your material and your work, and only if you don't have that circle of writers, which that's the thing too. I'm gonna also try to join a screenwriting group here in Atlanta. So I think that's about it. Next week I'll give you the update on The Void, update on other competitions I find. I had to do my research on them too. Yeah, my goal is to make the second round for Austin Film Fest with these scripts. Even if I don't, I still got the conference badge. I'm gonna go to Film Fest, try to network. But I feel like it would just be a whole lot better if, if I'm still in that competition. So, regardless of what happened last year, it's still a reputable festival. I feel like they're gonna really correct whatever wrongs they had last year. So, hopefully the readers are good. Hopefully things work out. I'll keep y'all updated. See y'all next week.